Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 still coming to last-gen consoles, and if that makes you mad. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Grand Theft Auto 6. There was a leak today. I already made a video already, but there was a major leak, and people probably don't understand this, but that game is still coming to last-gen consoles. If this game is still 2 years out, say we don't get it till the end of 2024. I'm thinking that's probably when we're going to get that game. It's about 2024, probably the end of 2024. That game is still coming to last gen consoles. It'll still be on Xbox One. It'll still be on PlayStation 4. And you can thank PlayStation for that. PlayStation being the #1 sold console out there and having the marketing deal with Grand Theft Auto, that's going to seriously, essentially guarantee that game is going to be cross-platform or cross-generation. It's a cross-gen title for sure. The reason why we got Cyberpunk 2077 running in the background, not that I think that Rockstar would release Grand Theft Auto 6 that way, but we do have precedent with the remakes, the remasters of three Vice City and San Andreas. We already have precedent of them launching a game in a buggy state. And let's face it, man, if they got to get it out at a certain time, like by the end of 2024, and they're going to ship it. They're going to ship it. And it doesn't matter if it's going to be broken or buggy or whatever. They're going to ship it. And we're going to have to deal with another one of those games that could potentially have a bad experience on the last gen consoles while still being able to, be pretty good on, the next gen consoles and PC. This is really starting to get to a point where, man, I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of this, man. Like Rockstar bringing out Grand Theft Auto 6 as a cross-generation title. Let this sink in, man. Let that sink in. When are you going to get the next one? How long is it going to be before you get Grand Theft Auto 7? They're going to milk that game for 10 freaking years. And it's going to be built on a cross-gen platform. Think about that for a minute. Think about how frustrating that's going to be. You're going to get essentially a PlayStation 4 game that you're going to have to ride all the way until you got PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox. And then they're going to probably remaster that for the PlayStation 6. And then they're going to finally make a PlayStation 5 Grand Theft Auto game. You'll get a PlayStation 5 Grand Theft Auto game on your PlayStation 6. Dang, that sucks. That is really bad. What did Mark Cerny say? What did that little feller say? Well, it's just weeks before so that they can get used to the PlayStation 5 dev kit. And I don't know, man. I don't know. We've gotten a lot of games this generation. I mean, if it only takes weeks, then why when Cyberpunk 2077 launched, why did it basically run the PlayStation 4 Pro version? Like, explain that to me if it was so easy to develop for, because I mean, essentially with the Xbox version, we pretty much got a pretty solid version up front. We got, what was it, almost like 1800p at 30 frames a second, and then we got, a 60 frames a second mode. And what did we get on the PlayStation 5? You got, 1080p at 60 frames a second, or 1200p or something? If it was so easy to develop for, why didn't we get that? Now, I'm not saying that, I mean, seriously, Red Dead Redemption 2 was a solid experience. It was. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a solid experience that 100%... what was a good game on all the platforms that it played. Even on base PS4s and Xbox Ones, it was still a good experience. So I'm not saying that Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be, or Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a bad game by any means. This is the first one that's essentially going to be made for the PlayStation 4. Like, it'll be it'll be able to take full advantage of what the PlayStation 4 hardware is. I mean, you saw how good Red Dead Redemption 2 was. So it's going to be pretty decent. And the fact that we'll be getting it on the PlayStation 5, like, the map size is going to be the same. It's whatever the size the map is, they're going to be able to fit in there. And if you look back at games like, you know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or some of them bigger Ubisoft games, even Red Dead Redemption 2 had a pretty big map. So I don't think that the size of the map is really going to be that big of a deal. But I mean, maybe geometry, stuff like that might still look kind of scaled back. I don't know, man. This sucks. This really does suck that we're finally going to get a Grand Theft Auto, but it's still going to be literally tied to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One platform. That really does suck. I want to see our games really take advantage of our next-gen consoles and really push things forward. I think 2024 is way too long to keep supporting those old consoles. So hopefully all the PlayStation fanboys and PlayStation are right about being able to sell, 50, 60 million PlayStation 5s by then, because then I don't think Rockstar would have a problem, putting it just on next gen only, but it's still built on the last gen engine. It is. The engines, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, I mean, it's already so far in development, that thing is coming out on PlayStation 4. It is. They're not gonna scrap it and be like, I mean, I guess they could, but I don't think they would. They want to sell as many copies of that game as possible, and that is the only way they're going to be able to do that. You look at Cyberpunk now on next-gen consoles, and this game is breathtakingly beautiful. It's an amazing experience. It's fun to play. So hopefully Grand Theft Auto will get it right. Hopefully they'll get it right, because that's a long time to wait for a PlayStation 5 game. If it's going to take them another 9 years. I mean, it's been 9 years since Grand Theft Auto 3 came out on PlayStation 3? Yeah. It's due for... It's definitely due for a PlayStation 4. I mean, we're definitely due for a PlayStation 4 game. So, I mean, that really sucks, man. 2 years into the generation, it'll probably be another couple of years before it comes out. That just really sucks. So, let me know in the comments section if you're mad about this, if this makes you angry. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like this content. And, man, I'll see you in the next one. I know I'm a little bit miffed about it.